we are going to give away a signed Great Muta Ultimate Edition. We are going to get it signed that day, and then we're going to have him put Meetup, MEATUP.
No, we're not.
Okay,
no,
okay. We're not going to do that. I apologize. That shit would have been hella funny if we did that. He put up Meetup.
Great Muta writes, have fun at the Meetup.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 481 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff. I'm the man of 1,004 PowerPoint presentations.
Dropping tea bags all over the place.
Was in Denver this past week and I had to give a PowerPoint presentation, and nobody pissed me off or anything. I just had to give a presentation.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't sending a message.
No. I wasn't roasting anybody. But so anyways, I had to give a presentation and it kind of reminded me of what I did a couple weeks ago. So I thought it'd be funny to say 1,004 PowerPoint presentations.
Did you start it off with LFG or did you end it with LFG?
Nah, nobody would have gotten it. That's the only bad thing.
You and Sean would have, and that's the important thing.
My manager wasn't in there.
Oh.
So I could.
Wait, was Eric in there?
No, Eric's down at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah, he literally would have been the only person in the room that understood it.
Probably.
Oh, well, at least one person in the room would get it.
Exactly. And sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Scott, what's going on, dude?
I am ready for Vegas.
I think we all are. 1 week from today, Red Dwarf. Well, okay, we're recording on Friday, but 1 week from today, we have our Fullyposeable Meetup, MEAT Meetup.
Yes, just don't pay for the meet and greet. You guarantee you will not get your money's worth.
You filthy animals, stop that. But yes, it's going to be a Red Dwarf Fullyposeable Figlife Meetup 4. Red Dwarf, Las Vegas. The address 1305 Las Vegas Valley Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada 89169. We are going to have prizes. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have a game show host or a trivia host there to help give away these prizes. And you guys want to be there for these prizes. Brian from the Legendary Wrestling Figure Podcast has donated a custom Paul Orndorff, beautiful custom Paul Orndorff LJN. Ring Skirts is also donating to this giveaway. Steve Fontas is helping give away something. Travis Fowler is helping giving away something. Dobro.
And Steve Hoker. He's incredible. He's such a good dude. He actually donated a signed Brian Myers Major Bendy and the ROH exclusive Danhausen figure, the Vault figure.
And also KWK will be there to give. Well, he won't be there, but he's going to be giving away something.
Yes, we also have a giveaway from KWK.
And we also have a giveaway that we are going to do that day. And then you guys have a chance to win it. Should we drop it right now, Scott?
Nope.
You want to leave this for the surprise at the meetup?
Yes, I do.
You don't, dude, this might get a little bit more foot traffic if I drop this.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay. What we're going to do, we are going to give away a signed Great Muta Ultimate Edition. We are going to get it signed that day, and then we're going to have him put Meetup, MEATUP.
No, we're not.
Okay,
no,
okay. We're not going to do that. I apologize. That shit would have been hella funny if we did.
Yeah.
He put up Meetup.
Great Muta writes, have fun at the Meetup.
I'm joking. No, it's going to be a signed Great Muta. So literally it's going to go right from WrestleCon straight to the Meetup. So you guys want to be there, try to win this. Everybody is going to be entered to win. So come one, come all, bring your family, bring your friends, pizza, beer, relax. If you're going to SmackDown, we understand that you may have to cut out a little bit early to get to the show. We get it. But we want you guys to come in, relax with us. We'll have fun and win some prizes, hopefully.
Yeah, Jason Wolf is also going to be there. I confirmed that with him earlier this week. Talked to him for a little bit. So
sweet.
We'll have the great Wolfman there. And so you can chop it up with him, talk to him about his custom figures, his artwork, all the good stuff that Mr. Wolf does. And it's going to be a blast. Dobro's donated a couple of autographed photos. So the big grand prize from us at Fullyposeable is the signed Muta figure, barring a cancellation by Muta. Now, if Muta cancels, we'll rotate to a plan B. But right now, that's the big giveaway. As long as Muta doesn't cancel, the signed Muta figure will be the giveaway.
Well, how about this? There will be a Great Muta Ultimate Edition at the meetup. Hopefully it's signed and hopefully no cancellation. Don't you even bring that negativity into our lives, Scott Toon.
I'm just saying cancellations happen all the time. This is the wrestling business. How many times? Rikishi just canceled on Load Icon and they replaced him with Ricochet. Like, cancellations and replacements happen all the time. With that said, we don't want Muta to cancel because we're both going to meet Muta. That's one of the main reasons we're going. So hopefully it doesn't cancel. We'll get that figure signed. It will be at the meetup. It will be the, not the chase. It'll be the regular version Muta in red. And we'll probably go with green paint pen just to have the green mist look on there.
Yeah. So again, that's going to be Red Dwarf. That address again is 1305 Vegas Valley Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada. Obviously 89169. 1305 Vegas Valley Drive, 89169.
And this is totally free. There's no admission. There's no nothing. Just show up and hang out. Of course, but, we'll have some pizzas out. We're just going to hang out. Cost you guys nothing to show up. So come hang out, win some prizes, play some trivia. Mr. Buds has put together some questions already. There'll be a QR code that you can scan to jump in on your phone. Everybody's playing at the same time. And it'll be kind of like the first place finisher picks what they want, and we'll work our way down the board from there.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for doing your job while you want to do a vacation. No,
it's why we love Buds, man.
No, he's awesome. We can't thank him enough. This means a lot to us that he's actually doing that. So, yes, that is next Friday, April 18th at 3:30 p.m. Red Dwarf.
And Jeff, you just had a birthday. How was it?
Oh, dude, it was good. I'm not going to bore anybody with what I did. I went to basically, and whether you like them or you don't like them, I know some people call it puss rock and whatnot, but I went and saw Bullet for My Valentine in Sacramento. I do have a funny story. There's a pull up to the show. And for the people that haven't been to the Hard Rock in Sacramento, there is a flame on the outside and they had all the bands on the bill. And so pull up and it says Trivium. It says Bullet for My Valentine. It says August Burns Red. And in the little corner of that little flame that lit up, it said a band called Silosis. I have been hooked on Silosis for about a year, but didn't know they were on the bill. I've been dying to see Bullet for My Valentine for a long time, but I think I marked out even harder for the opening band that was going to play 4 songs only and jump off stage. Dude, I went crazy. It was like that. It's like when you go to a wrestling show and somebody shows up that you weren't expecting.
Right.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. The WrestleMania surprise of the Hardys is the equivalent of you seeing Silosis at the Hard Rock in Sacramento.
Okay, let's not go that far. Holy shit, dude.
Opening for that puss rock band.
Hey, I know what people call them. I know people.
No, Bullet rules, dude. I like Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh, dude, they played the Poisoning, their very first album in 2005, all the way through. And again, this is the first time I ever saw them. And you want to hear other songs of their, discography, but at the same time, when it got to about the second song of the show, dude, I totally forgot all about other songs. I was like, this is what I've been wanting to see for the past 6 years, dude. I haven't seen them.
That's awesome.
That's how long I've been wanting to see them. So anyways, yes, I did that for my birthday and had lunch with mom and dad. The first time in a long time I was able to have lunch or dinner with mom and dad on my birthday, my actual birthday, because WrestleMania always falls on my birthday.
That's right.
So as they get older, this is some things that actually mean a lot. Just being able to spend time on your birthday with your parents, that actually meant a lot. So anyways, not to bore anybody else any further. So, but thank you. Yes, I did have a birthday. It was a lot of fun.
And you don't look a day past 45.
Oh, dude. My balls are drooping, dude. Starting to get old man balls.
Now you have to put down one each side of your leg when you put your pants on.
I sit down. I was all, oh, they're touching the water. Stuff like that, dude. It's disgusting.
I don't have the muscles to pull them back out of the water. They're just going to sit there now.
Oh, I'm deteriorating fast. So, it's not deteriorating fast is our merch over at Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. I don't know if that makes sense. I was trying to tie it in. I'm sorry.
That was a good segue. I liked it.
All right. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. You can get that at Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. You can follow us on the Twitter, X, YouTube, Snapchat, and the Book of Faces at Fullyposeable, Instagram, Fullyposeable, WFP. You can go back and listen to our past podcasts on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. And you can send us any audio questions, or anything else at all. Send it on over to fullyposeablewfp at gmail.com. Scott, the word of the week is tariffs. Who is sick about hearing about tariffs?
Yes, I'm over it.
My God, what a roller coaster of a week. Now, this isn't to get political. I mean, obviously I'm talking about tariffs, so it's probably gonna it'll probably, skim the edge or whatnot, like my balls in the water, like I was just talking about 2 seconds ago, but
right. Nice callback.
Thank you. But this past week, dude, was a roller coaster. And I'm not talking about, well, I guess I can say for the collectors, but also for the third party companies. That's what's been going on. This has been insane, dude.
Yeah. And I know everybody's seen the multiple announcements from Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Zombie. I mean, name a toy company out there online and or toy manufacturer, namely one of the independent ones, that didn't have to post something this week. I mean, it was left and right. Every other post, it seemed, on social media was something about how they're going to deal with the tariffs. So right now, everything is paused except for China. And nearly everything that we collect comes out of China. Now, I'm good. Look, there's, as you said, Jeff, we're not trying to take this political. There's way bigger issues than our toys, right? But for the sake of this show and the things we talk about most, the things we address weekly, we're going to try to keep it as close as we can to toys. I'm wondering who out there would have cast a vote in the other direction had they known that tariffs were going to so badly affect their collecting.
We won't go down that rabbit hole. That's a good question, but we won't go down that rabbit hole because that could lead to a whole different conversation that nobody really wants to hear on this podcast.
But it does lean into what's important to you, right? You've got people that vote strictly along like, I support guns, so I'm going to vote this way because of guns. If I had a choice and I knew that my toy prices were going to be affected, I'd worry a little more about my toy prices maybe than I would about the price of eggs or the price of other things. And because I collect, quite a bit. So maybe my vote would be cast the other direction. I don't think people understood the magnitude of how tariffs would affect a simple thing like your toy collecting. And I'm just wondering if a vote would have been swung the other direction had you known how bad. Now, look, the way it's been so start-stop has been like Sasha Banks' booking back when she was champion in 2017, 2018. It's been worse than that.
Good
right?
callback.
So thank you. So sorry, Sasha, if you're listening. We don't know if it's going to continue. Right now there's a 90-day pause. We don't know if China or US is going to pick up the phone and stop the whole thing that's going on with China and the US, because that's really where it is right now. We know Mattel moved their base of operation to Vietnam. So I think we're mostly good there. It's paused. We'll see what happens in 90 days. But I would imagine the question is going to get asked during WrestleMania weekend of Steve and Bill and whoever's up on that panel showing new figures. When they open up, to questions, something about the tariffs is going to come up. So we'll know a little more about Mattel's stance, I'm sure, in the next coming week. But on one hand, I'm thankful that I've stopped collecting pretty much anything except for Mattel WWE. I mean, look, it was already expensive to be in this hobby, and now it's going to get worse. And we've always talked about space and budget. Space has been the biggest thing, I think, for a lot of people, is they don't know where to put it all. Now budget is about to be the biggest thing. especially if you are collecting a lot from the indie manufacturers like Zombie, right? And not to mention all the other ones out there, Epic, although they're in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff, Epic is.
I believe so. I don't know where I thought they were going through China for their
well,
production.
they are, but they're in the UK, so they're good.
Oh,
They're not,
yeah, I see what
there's
you're
no
saying.
deal.
Yeah.
But as far as US, I believe those prices are going up. And just as an example, Jeff, I jumped onto BBTS just to see, now we're in the whole war thing. Elites actually jumped up $3.
Ugh.
Ultimates jumped up $4. The Legion of Doom Big Rubber Guy exclusives jumped up 15. So again, it's going to affect you if you are a collector. Either way, you're going to get hit by this. It's going to hit your pocketbook. And all I want to say is, look, again, to not put it political, and there's bigger things going on than our toy world, but that's what we talk about on the show. As a collector, remember why you got into this. Remember those stories about going to the store and having red arrows in your heart because you found something that you didn't think you were going to find, and you did, and you lucked out. Remember that passion. Remember that love that got you into the hobby. Remember why you collect these figures. And I know everybody's going to scale back, but don't cut it out entirely. I think that that's the wrong move. That's a disservice to yourself, and I'm not sponsored by anybody to push this. This is just my opinion. And I don't want to lose the love that I have for the hobby just because prices are going. You're just going to end up getting more selective, and that's fine. Maybe you sell off older pieces, which I'm hearing people are like, screw it, I'm not going to buy new stuff. I'm going to buy old stuff. So if you want to stay in the game, maybe you sell some of that old stuff off. And we've talked about that before, sell old to buy new. And maybe that's the move, but don't drop out of the hobby because of this. It's not going to be permanent. It's going to go away at some point. It's going to level off. Don't abandon it. Remember why you got into it. Remember your love for the figures. Remember why you listen to this show, all the other collecting podcasts out there. Don't lose that love just because of this, because this is temporary. Your collection is forever. So that's my 2 cents on Tariffs, Jeff.
Oh, shit, I can't top that.
You don't have to top that. You can come in with some facts if you'd like.
KWK went from $14.99 to $22.99, unfortunately. That's just a fact.
That is a fact. And even at $22.99, that's still a lot better than a lot of the other sellers out there. So, I mean, that's still a win as a collector. And again, you're just going to be more selective with the names that you buy. This is going to change Sean's scope of who he invites into the line and decides to make figures of, because now at the higher price point, you got to make sure that figure is going to move. That's basic business. Right? These things are going to happen. As a manufacturer and as a collector, choices are going to be made. You got to be more selective. And that's really it. At the end of the day, just be more selective, but don't leave it. You don't see Sean being like, oh, screw it, I'm out of the game. These things are just crazy. He's putting his nose to the grindstone, as are a lot of the other indie manufacturers. They're going to just keep going. The exception, of course, is Zombie with the Pinnacle series. That line is done, because he was losing a lot of money on those figures from his post. So Pinnacle's done. If you didn't get that last day pre-order, which was, I think, earlier this week, late last week, those are gone. So good luck if you wanted one and you didn't get it. Secondary market's going to hammer you. So that's where it is. Everything it's an ebb and flow, but don't drop out, you guys. Seriously, stay in it. Just get more selective, be smarter with your budget. And that's all I got to say about Tariffs, man.
Yeah, it's very well said, dude. My question never really went to, casting a vote or anything. My question is how many people are going to be able to stay in it?
You're talking about the independent manufacturers.
That's one. How many collectors are going to be able to stay in it? Or are they just going to hit that point where they're like, done, that's it. I was already taxed at, I don't know, what are Marvel Legends, $26.99 or $28.99 or something like that?
I think they are now. I think they're on BBTS. I think they were like $24 or $25.99. Now I think they're $27 or $28.
Yeah. How many people are just like, I can't do this anymore. This is it.
Yeah.
There are other toy manufacturers out there that don't go through China. They go through, I guess their toys are made in other countries where they don't get tariffed or whatnot. Anyways, I'm just curious how many collectors are able to stay in this, because this is going to be some rough times up ahead for us collectors.
For sure.
The scary part here are we ever going to recover those prices? Because we know once there's that spike, prices never come back down.
Isn't that crazy? It's called rockets and feathers, right? Like when they get pinched, they being the manufacturers, their prices, and you see it with gas, right? Price of oil goes up. Boom, you're immediately paying it at the pumps.
Yeah.
They jack that price up so quick, but when the price comes down, you'll see your price start to drop, but it's a very slow trickle down. Like you'll see it drop a few cents here, a few cents there. It's not one of those things like, oh, we're getting it for this price now, let's jack that price way back down to make it fit. No, that's not how it works. So yeah, that's a great point, Jeff. If when all this levels off, which it should at some point, you know, these things always seem to just work themselves out mostly. Our price is going to dip. I think that you're right, that it's going to be one of those things that maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah. That is our talk about tariffs. We had that down, and the way this past week was going with tariffs, it was just like, we talked about a little bit about it last week, but this week with the roller coaster ride that everybody was on in this country, I felt that it was fitting that we did bring it up on the show to reflect our, kind of discuss what we thought about the toy industry in general, because as Scott said at the beginning, this is what we talk about on the show, and this is the hobby that we all have fallen in love with, collecting figures and going out on hunts and just all that stuff. So my question is how many people are going to bow out? And I hope you guys don't. Maybe just scale back a little bit, or like Scott just said, go collect old stuff. I've got a text from Brian Breaker, and he's saying he's collecting starting lineup figures, and now
Love that.
Hitting the nostalgia button over here, you know.
Love that.
That's a good talk on tariffs, and good job, Scott.
Hey, thank you. And, you know, at the end of it, I just want to say I hope that us as collectors and those who are manufacturing the products that we're buying, let's just stay in it, man. We'll do what we have to do, you know, try to support as much as possible. But let's all just try to make it through it and hope that at the end of this, all these crazy waves that we're riding right now, at the end of it, we're able to find a happy middle ground where everybody's good. You know, I would hate to see any of the independent manufacturers go under because of this. That would just be tragic. You know, it's bad enough that Zombie had to drop the Pinnacle line. So we'll see what happens. But let Powertown come out and say that, oh, because of tariffs now, we're going to have to... oh, you guys are going to get punched in the mouth.
Oh, boy. Our talk about Powertown actually generated some talk last week, but... I do want to talk about one that came in. I thought this was very well said. This came in from a gentleman. He allowed me to give his name. His name is Russell. Russell says, guys, thank you and thank you and thank you for your coverage on the Powertown debacle. I've got hundreds of dollars invested in them, and he put this in all caps, disgusting what they are doing. I'll never order from them again, regardless of who they sign. I personally believe the reason they are hiding under their desk because they do not plan on delivering these figures and are trying to figure out how to get away with taking our money. That's his opinion. When you have other shows that gloss this over and make excuses for him, it's great to see influencers like you guys and Kyle Pearson calling this out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. We're all angry, right? You wanted to send us broken figures back in, what was that, October, November? We talked about that last week. And then there's nothing. 6 months of radio silence after that. And then now we've got these tariffs hitting. And yeah, are we ever going to get that? Because as Steve Fountas always says, you're giving these guys an interest-free loan. So if at some point you're going to have to issue refunds, well, are we going to get that with interest? You know, when you deliver these figures, are you going to be giving us bonuses for as long as we've had to wait and deal with your just lack of communication? Mm-hmm. Great Rat album, by the way. I agree, Russell, 100%. We're all furious with Powertown, and they need to reach out to all of us and make this thing right.
Yeah, there's a lot of upset people. This just isn't on Twitter. I'm seeing it in Facebook groups. People are just furious with them. And I keep going back to the Remco line because, Scott, for Christmas of 2023, you pre-ordered the Rock and Roll Express Remco figures for me. Here we're sitting in April of 2025 with no figures.
Yeah, that delivery date was supposed to be like 4 months out from the date of order, 4 or 5 months out.
And on top of that, there's no update. we're not getting
exactly.
There's no transparency from them.
Yes.
So this is getting absolutely frustrating among all of us. All of us that pre-ordered these figures that they teased us with. They kept saying, hey, we got these guys, and okay, here's our money. And now you guys have our money, but we have no figures. So that's where the frustration is coming in, with no transparency. So, if you guys were to give out a monthly newsletter telling us some type of update, I don't even know if that would be enough, but at least there's something. Maybe that's a little something that we can hang our hats on. But at the same time, this has just gotten absolutely out of control and frustrating.
That's why every time we have Sean Ng on, I make it a point to bring up his transparency, because it is so important as a collector when you're spending your hard-earned money, and it's about to be a lot more money that you're going to be spending. When you're spending that money, you want to know that what you're buying is actually going to end up in your hands. And at every step of the way with Sean's process, literally from day one, he has been an open door. Mm-hmm. He has shown us everything, every step of the way, every hiccup, every weird thing that's happened. He has been 100% transparent about it. Powertown, the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. Radio silence for months and months while they hold fun. It's just, I couldn't agree more, Russell. It really doesn't matter what names get introduced after this. I think I'm checked out, man. And you can listen to how many different shows, Jeff, that I just sat there and raved about Powertown. And I think that's another reason that a lot of us are really, really upset, because they were supposed to be the chosen ones that gave us that Remco line back, right? All of us from the 80s are like, hell yeah, dude, Remco's again. This is awesome. And then this goes down. And if we didn't care, we wouldn't be so damn mad. And here we are all these months later and nothing in hand. It's either going to be refund or hopefully a lot of bonuses with these figures. And at this point, I'm thinking refund, because I think Russell's right. They're not going to deliver.
Now that's Russell's take. That's his opinion of what he thinks is going on with Powertown. We don't know right now. We're in the same boat with you guys. We don't have any updates.
You have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea. We're like you guys. We're sitting here waiting for an update, and there's nothing. So we're with you guys. We stand with you guys because we're frustrated as well.
Hell yeah.
So, Scott, have you picked up anything recently?
No, absolutely not, dude. No, after my Kiss expenditure that I discussed at length last week. Oh no, dude. I pull my wallet out of my back pocket. I literally see my cards sinking further into my wallet away from my hands. Like, oh no. I bought gas for my car. I also bought some Burger King the other night, but that was about it. No toy spotting for me, dude. No purchases.
So I don't know if you've seen this, but at Walmart, they have these slap bracelets.
Yes, the title belts.
WWE title belt slap bracelets.
I've seen them. Yep.
Oh, you have? Okay. So I didn't know this, but they're going for some major bank.
Are you kidding? Slap bracelets?
Slap bracelets.
Oh my gosh.
So Norm and GBM, who I'm on a text thread with, are just like going back and forth about these slap bracelets.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's cute, you two. Thank you for taking me back to the 80s of slap bracelets.
Yeah, right.
This is why I love you guys. So they keep going off about these slap bracelets. Well, every time I've gone to the Walmarts out here, I haven't seen the WWE title slap bracelets.
Okay.
So I'm in Denver this past week at a Walmart, and I walk by it, and sure enough, right there underneath the WWF figures, they had 2 packs of slap bracelets left.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh, they got the slap bracelets. So I'm looking thumbing through the figures. I got everything. I'm good. I'm walking away.
Do they have DDP?
No, I looked.
Thank you.
So I'm walking away, and I'm like, I don't need slap bracelets.
They were calling your name. They're like, Jeff, don't leave, Jeff.
I grabbed the 2 slap bracelets and I purchased them. I still haven't cracked them open yet.
Do it now.
I don't know if it'd be interesting on an audio for slap bracelets. Slap bracelets. What the hell, dude? I remember going to 7-Eleven purchasing slap bracelets back in 89, 90.
Well, you can turn this into an ASMR show. You can crinkle the package into the microphone, and then you can rub the bracelet on your skin and slap it. Like, that's ASMR. People love that.
All right, I'll go get ASMR slap bracelets. Hold on.
Okay. Jeff is caressing the package.
I'm starting to chub up a little bit.
He actually opened a package.
don't know what I got. I got a WWE Spinner Championship belt.
Oh, the Cena belt.
Yeah, the Cena. All right, hold on.
Oh, I heard that.
These are like rubbery, dude. These aren't like the soft ones like we had when we were
The soft
kids.
plastic.
Yeah, this one's like, it kind of stung a little bit.
You're gonna have a red mark on your wrist now,
dude. I kind of do. Well, I mean, I'm also pasty white. That also didn't help. But
okay, so the big nerd in me has to know: would that go on a figure, or is it too big?
it could possibly go on an LJN, but it would be pushing it a little bit if that makes sense.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so that was the first one. I bought the last two, so let's open up the last one.
What's the valuable one, or is there a valuable? Are there chase belts? Like
there's one chase belt. It's on the back. It says super rare Undertaker Legacy title. So remember when they made those Legacy titles? Yeah, they made it. Yeah, they made an Undertaker one.
Okay.
So, all right. So this one is the new tag title. Okay, that's cool. Now I don't have the other tag title, so now I have to go.
Yeah, now you're on the hunt.
No, I'm not. Hold on.
Yeah. Do it again. I didn't hear it. Oh, I heard that.
That's like hard rubber on bone, dude. Holy crap. Giggity. Okay. They've got the spinner, the tag, Intercontinental, NXT North American, the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the US Championship, and the NXT Championship. They said
they need to bring the old school belts in.
Yeah, seriously, like the old school IC title.
Or the old tag belts.
It does say Series 1 on here, so we'll see what Series 2 consists of.
Cool. You better be careful, though, dude. You are an influencer now, so there may be a whole box of those sitting on your doorstep one of these days to open on the show.
Did somebody get me slap bracelets?
No, I'm talking about slap bracelets. I might send you something.
Oh, who makes these? Wow. Oh, it's the old WWE or that old wrestling magazine. Remember WoW?
WoW, yeah.
Made in China, so these are going to get tariffed.
Yep. Those are $20 now.
Stuff. Creative Industries. All right.
Okay.
So I did pick up some slap bracelets, as you guys just heard. That's the only thing I picked up. They did have the Braun Breaker figure where it came with the wolf head.
Cool.
I almost picked that up, but I was like, I don't really want to carry that back. And,
Don't blame you. Yep. I am on the hunt big time for that DDP, though, from the Monday Night War series.
Did you want the DDP for WrestleCon?
No. DDP's to open. I've already got DDP's autograph.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Speaking of WrestleCon, here are the names that just popped up. Now, remind you, Scott and I recorded last Wednesday, so it has been 9 days. So a lot of names have dropped. So stick with me and follow along. Zack Sabre Jr. will be at WrestleCon next week. Tito Santana, Enzo Amore, Top Dollar, Chavo Guerrero, Mil Muertes, Rock and Roll Express, which we highly recommend that you guys get their turnbuckle pads.
Yes. Very, very, very highly recommended.
If they still are carrying them at WrestleCon, I highly recommend that you guys get those and get those signed in a blue paint pen because you guys will be happy with that.
Looks great.
Gangrel will be there. New Japan's Evil, Jacqueline, Cheryl Roberts. There needs to be some custom tights made that she could sign, like similar.
That
to
would be something that Cody Good would get autographed by her.
Oh, more than yeah. Absolutely.
If he was there, that might be what he was taking for Cheryl to sign.
Greg Valentine, Sean Mooney. If you guys have his retro, go get that signed.
There you go.
TJP, Super Crazy, Kenny King. Oh, I put Sean Mooney twice. I was so excited that Sean Mooney is.
You're so excited for Sean Mooney.
Very excited. But remember, Dad used to love. No, Dad loved Todd Pettengill. Sorry,
Todd Pettengill was Dad's favorite. Yeah.
And last name that was announced earlier today was Dory Funk. Those are the names that have dropped for WrestleCon. If you guys want any other names, you can go onto WrestleCon's website, which would probably be easiest, or you can download our previous shows for the past few weeks and follow along and write them all down and see who you want to get.
There is so much meeting space at Westgate, and I only know this because we were there last year for Peyton's Dance Nationals. And they're actually going to be there again this year as well. But there is so much meeting space there. The amount of space in their rooms. Number one, the rooms are huge, but they have multiple. So I think that's why you're seeing so many names announced, is because there is so much space to accommodate this amount of names. So I don't know how much WrestleCon has booked space-wise at Westgate, but their meeting areas are absolutely gigantic. And very well ventilated. The air conditioning will be going, but that doesn't mean you can skip on deodorant. Let's be kind to our fellow wrestling fans, folks.
Yeah. And that is the latest names for WrestleCon. It's time for some pre-orders. Big rubber guys, Road Warriors. Scott talked about them earlier on BBTS. They have increased on price. So hopefully you guys got that before the price increase.
Yep.
Cardona Myers limited to 1,000 as well on collectmajor.com. Ric Flair with the big gold is still available. And for the month of April, the four names that are up there for pre-order: Kerry Von Erich, Bruiser Brody, Tonga Kid, and Haku.
Jeff, I love that Kerry Von Erich pose and the Brody pose as well. It's kind of a mirror image, both of those guys, of their pose, but it is so great. Like if that was an LJN pose, that'd be a total home run. It's kind of like, think like a body slam pose or like a stance like you're ready to fight, right? It's such a good pose that they put those guys in. The Tama figure, not so much. The arms are kind of down at the side. The Haku is posed like his LJN was, but those poses for Kerry and Bruiser Brody, job well done.
That is the month of April pre-orders for the big rubber guys. Pre-order on BBTS, Boss Fight Studio. Now, Scott, did you happen to check and see if these prices went up on the Boss Fight Studios BBTS stuff?
I don't recall how much they were when they posted. I don't know if you happen to remember from when you purchased Dragon Lee, but they are now $44.99.
Okay, I think they were $44.99 prior.
Okay, well, there you go. So they haven't changed yet.
Dragon Lee, Rouge, and Drilistico. Those are the pre-orders at BBTS. Dragon Lee, WWE superstar right now. Rouge, who is on ROH and AEW TV, and Drilistico. Those are all available at Big Bad Toy Store for pre-order. Zombie series figures. The Pinnacle is done.
Yeah. As we discussed earlier, Pinnacle is no more. So I guess it's just going to be retros moving forward. His Bloodsport series is going to continue. He's got those two figures coming out. We'll see more about his retros moving forward, but the Pinnacle, the 6-inch Mattel scale, is done.
So his Pinnacle series is done. Retros will continue, I guess.
I'm guessing Bloodsports are for sure. He is confirmed, verified that the Bloodsport figures, there's two of them that are coming out. Those are still a go.
Fig Collection, shop.figurecollections.com. They have a bunch of retros up over there. I haven't checked the prices to see if those have gone up. I'll have to go back over there and check that. But check out shop.figurecollections.com if there's any retro style figures that you might be looking for. They had Buff Bagwell and the Patriot. I don't know if those are still available, but go check out that website. And KWK, we talked about him earlier. His figures are going up to $22.99. Right, just recently, he just dropped them to $14.99.
It's unfortunate timing because that was such a home run swing by Sean, and you got to respect the game. But then this happens, and it throws a huge wrench into the plans. But even still, at $22.99, that is way less than what you're paying for other independent companies' retros. So again, maybe you're not going to buy every name that Sean puts out, but he's going to have some names coming your way, like the Orient Express, where you're not going to be able to say no to that. So again, maybe you just get selective, but let's keep supporting these guys best we can. Before we get into the news, Fullyposeable Meetup for Red Dwarf, 1305 Vegas Valley Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, obviously, 89169. That is Fullyposeable Meetup 4. And on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. One Michael Canick will be there, right? Last conversation with Canick, yeah, he said he was going to be there. I don't know if he's going to have a giveaway or not. I don't know. But if Canick shows up, I know you guys are going to have a ton of BRG questions for him. Just thinking about how far that line has come since last year. Amazing. I wish Canick nothing but the best, and I'm so happy for all the success that has come his way, because those BRGs they're absolutely incredible. They're literally taking that collection that we loved so much from the 80s, and they're expanding that roster. They knew exactly what we wanted, and they got us, man. They grabbed us right by the wallet, and they're not letting go. And that's just kudos to them for that. And Canick, congrats, dude. But yeah, last conversation with Canick, he will be at the meetup. That is Fullyposeable MEATUP meetup for next week in Las Vegas. All right, Big Shot Pillow Buddies. They showed off Penta. Penta's available now for pre-order at Big Shot Pillow Buddies. His first merch. or first toy type merch.
Yes. He's had t-shirts and stuff. So
yeah, nobody counts that. We're talking toys on this show, but yeah, that's awesome, man. He's already got a pillow buddy. I love it. It looks fantastic.
Also, I want to stick with the big rubber guys, as you were just talking about, Scott. They're going to have a WrestleCon exclusive next week. It is a bloody Harley race. Bloody Harley race is in red trunks opposite of blue trunks that was on his first BRG. So it'll be a bloody Harley race WrestleCon exclusive.
You in on that, dude?
Yeah, it's cool looking, dude. I can't pass that up.
Okay, I gotcha. And kudos to Steve Hoker for putting this together, but he got a few people together, and Breaker is going to get that for his birthday. He announced it to him today earlier on Facebook that Breaker is going to be getting one of those Harley figures. So you and I have to pick that up for Breaker, by the way, at WrestleCon.
What did they do for my birthday? Wow,
I don't know.
Oh, well. All right. Yeah, Breaker.
I believe what Steve's saying is he likes Breaker better than you, dude. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but
I get it.
Yeah, Breaker's pretty cool.
I actually like Breaker better than me too. So,
I look in the mirror. I wish I was Breaker.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, I get it. No, I have no problem. Of course, we'll pick that up. I have no problem picking that up for Breaker. That's like well deserved. Like that's made for Breaker, basically.
Yes, and actually today, the day of recording, Friday, the 11th, is actually, or was it yesterday? No, it was today. Harley Race's birthday. It would have been his 82nd. Let me fact check myself here because I do this all the time. I get stuck on a tangent, and then let's see. Yes, April 11th. That would be today. Would have been Harley Race's 80. Let's see. Let's do some math, Jeff.
Go ahead.
2019 minus 1943. It's 76, dude. Yeah. Thank you, calculator, that my teacher said I would never have on my person at all times, so I should learn all these crazy equations and do math in my head. Guess what I have on my person, math teacher?
You're not going to carry around a Texas Instruments, are you? Pretty much,
Little do you know.
Little do you know.
I have a tiny computer in my pocket all the time, smarty pants. Happy birthday, R.I.P. Harley.
Let's move on to Grapplers and Gimmicks. They showed off the rendering for their Rougeau 6-inch figures.
I am so stupidly excited for this, dude. I'm thinking like soft goods jackets. They've already got the blue and the yellow gear on. I am so crazy excited for these. I cannot wait. Now, again, this goes back to our conversation about being selective, right? I know my collection. I know the holes that are in my collection. The Rougeaus are a glaring hole in my collection that I will spend cash to fill. So these are getting got. I am so happy these are coming out. They look great from the renderings too.
Yeah,
yep.
they'll look good in your detail there, buddy.
No doubt about it. And they scale with the Mattel, so it's perfect.
And last, speaking of Las Vegas, there's going to be a WrestleMania Superstore exclusive John Cena. It will be him in front of a front door, and I think it says the last time is now. And yes. This will be at the Superstore starting April 17th. So,
yep, special packaging, special figure, only at the Superstore. Watch the secondary market. Those of you that aren't making it to WrestleMania, because these will definitely be hitting eBay. For you and I, Jeff, this is a day one purchase. Yeah. We have not yet heard if KO has canceled. Every bit of me is like, there's no way KO, if he already had the surgery, is going to be in Las Vegas on Thursday, sitting for 2-3 hours, however long it takes to sign however many autographs they sold. I can't see that happening. I haven't gotten the cancellation notice yet. But that said, I already have my ticket to WWE World. So merch store first, then make our way inside. I haven't seen who's going to be at our session yet, but they're doing that photo op alley again, where they basically just line a bunch of wrestlers up and you just go bang, bang, bang with the pictures. I'm sure they're going to have autograph tables. I don't know who's signing for free yet. But either way, you and I are going to be there Thursday. We've got to get there early. WrestleCon starts at 4 that day. So it's plenty of time to go do what we got to do at WWE World, come back, drop off our stuff, get ready, go down to WrestleCon. Shannon and I actually have reservations on Thursday at 5.
Oh.
So WrestleCon's going to be one of those ones that's going to be a quick in and out.
Okay. Are you going Friday to WrestleCon too?
I think I'm just going to buy the 4-day pass. We'll be in the hotel. It'll be like, screw it. A 4-day pass is $61.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy it and just be done with it. It's like, let's just go down to WrestleCon and see what's going on, see who's there. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. $60, no big deal.
When I was in Dallas, I did that same exact thing, dude. Like,
because you were at the hotel.
I was at the hotel, so I just took the elevator down. Actually, I got to say, Thursday night was the best night. Steve Fontas and I got in, and literally Steve and I went straight in. I pounded out so many autographs that night.
Yeah.
I was like picking up stragglers, just like not like that, but like
ring rats, you mean?
No, not like that, dude. No, but like literally I was getting so many autographs on Thursday night that the rest of the shows, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, it was like, the only reason I'm going to WrestleCon today is because like William Regal is there. Oh, I'm going to WrestleCon today because Bret Hart is there. You know, it was like, it was just like ones or twos, you know, that I was picking up that day. So anyways, Thursday night is the best night to go. So if there's any autographs you want me to just snag for you, or
maybe, because I'm not taking pictures or anything. It's just going to be autos. And I think, is Muda there? I know the Steiners are. Pretty sure Luger is. It's not a big deal that I have to like be there to watch it. You're getting it. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I may throw a few figures at you to go, but like I may want to just get there when they open and try to knock out a few myself. Because I'm pretty sure the spot where we have our reservations is only about 15 minutes away. So, you know, run in for a half an hour, 45 minutes, get some autos, and then just bounce.
Okay. Got it. And there are no questions. Actually, I should say there are no Q&As from Steve Ozer on the Wrestling Figs message board. He's gearing up right now. So I have a feeling that all that will be after Superstore or whatever. That will be all the Steve stuff. So
no doubt. Oh, Jeff, we forgot to say we're also going to have gifts. We just literally found out today. Ringside is donating gifts to our meetup as well.
Yes. So
we don't know what that is yet. John was nice enough to reach out to us, and we're going to have some gifts from Ringside. So again, free to show up, play some trivia. We have an amazing trivia host, a professional, I should say, trivia host, Mr. Ryan Buds, who's going to handle all of it. He's amazing at what he does. It's what he does for a living. And we're going to have, again, gifts from Ringside in addition to all the other stuff that we mentioned. So it's going to be a great time. Lots of great stuff to hand out. So make sure you guys show up if you're there.
Yep. All right. We're going to get into the nostalgia segment. So when I was going through what line were we doing before? Oh, From the Vault. When I was going through From the Vault, I realized that Series 5 actually hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. We kind of jumped the shark.
I think we kind of jumped the shark, and I was like, well, if they haven't even come out yet, then it's not nostalgia. So we got to draw the line somewhere.
Yes, we stick by our guns with that.
So anyways, I pitched it over to Scott. I pitched a tent over to Scott, and Scott said that, hey, why don't we do Spotlight series from Toys R Us back in 2016, 17, that era?
Double nostalgia, old figures and the best toy store of all time that's no longer, well, at least brick and mortar, no longer around.
Yep. So Scott said, why don't we take over the network Spotlight series, and why don't we talk about those? So I looked it up. They have 12 figures. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to do 6 figures this week and 6 figures next week. Where did I pull that list? I pulled it from wrestlingfiguredatabase.com. Over there, you can find almost every wrestling figure ever made over wrestlingfiguredatabase.com. All right, Scott, what you got for Network Spotlight series? Well, I'm not even going to say series. I'm going to just say the first 6 figures.
Yes, sir. So, Network Spotlight, WWE Mattel, Toys R Us exclusives. Bailey from 2016. This would have been her TakeOver Brooklyn outfit. Basically, her only accessory was streamers on her arms. That's kind of all it came with.
Yep.
It was Bailey.
But I do want to point out real quick before you move on, she did have on, just like at TakeOver, she had the Dusty Rhodes kind of hand. I don't even know what those are called. It's
like an arm bandana.
yeah. But it was polka dotted for Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, it was very, very accurate to what she wore at TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Jeff, is my second favorite match of all time.
Oh, I don't even need to ask what your first is. Okay, continue.
No, everybody knows what that. And you know what? That's my pick for next year's Hall of Fame inductee. This year was Austin and Brett. Mm-hmm. Next year is going to be Steamboat Savage. Watch, mark my words.
your first favorite match is Dusty Wolf versus the Italian Stallion from NWA, May 27th, 1986, Saturday night TV show.
You were so close. Actually, it's the Mulkeys versus the Midnight Express from February 13th, 1987.
Remember when the Mulkeys were in the with the cup, the tag team cup that they used to
Crockett
have?
Cup?
The Crockett Cup. I just threw that in there. Anyways. It was random. Sorry.
Put some respect on the Mulkeys name, damn it.
Remember somebody had the Mulkeys for life or whatever in the questions, the Q&A for Steve.
That was great. That was great.
That was like Mulkeys fan 01 or something like that. That's hella funny, dude. Anyway.
How great would it be if somebody made Mulkeys figures?
Just go get them pasty white figures and slap purple trunks and you're good to go.
And you're done. That's it.
Yep.
Give them Ric Flair hair. That's it. That's all you need.
That's it.
Next up. I guess I'll say his name.
Go for it.
Mr. McMahon from 2016. This would have been his 1999 Royal Rumble look. Comes with the big winged eagle belt and a black soft goods shirt. Mm-hmm. Hunter Hearst Helmsley from 2015. Jeff, you have down here that he has a horse head walking stick. And I looked and that's accurate.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. It's described perfectly of the way I put it on this sheet.
Yes, I could have not worded it any more perfect myself.
Oh, thank you.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley comes with a horse head walking stick and a red soft goods jacket. Roman Reigns from 2016. This would have been his WrestleMania 32 gear. He came with the WWE Championship title. Dean Ambrose from 2016 comes with the Money in the Bank briefcase and the WWE Championship. Last, certainly not least, Undertaker from 2017. Figure reflects the Ministry of Darkness look, the 1999 era Ministry of Darkness, and he comes with a long black hooded robe. And Jeff, that rounds out the first half of Toys R Us's Network Spotlight.
Thinking about running out to the bin and just throwing these up on the bays. Holy crap.
Right. Again, that goes back to our conversation, which is also nostalgia, talking about selling old to buy new. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I really don't consider that being like a figure flipper because that wasn't your intention. But if you're not able to fill your collection as you want to move forward, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Do what you got to do.
Favorite figure in this?
I am very, very partial to the Bayley.
Okay.
Number one, that was Peyton's favorite. When she was watching wrestling, she loved Bayley. She had the arm streamers, the whole bit. It's also the look from my second favorite match of all time. I love that match from start to finish. Her and Sasha did such an amazing job. So I go Bayley on this one. And like you pointed out, Jeff, with the dusty arm bandana that she was wearing, such the attention to detail on that figure. I love it. So that is my pick out of these six.
Okay. I don't want to go Vince McMahon.
No. Nobody does.
So I won't. So no, I'll actually say I do like the Undertaker because that's one of my favorite look Undertakers.
It's a very, very good Undertaker figure.
The soft goods hooded robe makes it.
That absolutely makes it. That can't be Polly Pocket style.
No.
That can. Oh wait, we said we weren't going to call it that anymore.
No, it's hard
PVC.
Hard PVC. That's it.
Okay, yeah. The hard PVC would have done that figure no justice. Looks great on the Harley unicorn figure, the Harley race. Would have looked horrible on this. So the inclusion of a soft goods robe, that was 100% the right call.
Yep. All right, let's go over some eBay prices. We got Bailey from Takeover Brooklyn outfit. She's got streamers on her arms. Last sold eBay listing March 25th for $18.99.
You have that figure signed.
I do. I'm actually looking at it right now in blue paint pen. Peyton actually got that and gave it to me because I got stuck right at the door, and they shut the door right. Yep, that was it.
Yep. So she traded you, I think, your unsigned one for her signed one because we got, I think, the Funko Pop, the belt, a figure.
You guys scored big time.
Yeah, we were good, and you were left empty-handed. Peyton's like, "Let's trade, Uncle Jeffrey."
Yep.
You're like, "Hell yeah, kid."
Mr. McMahon, 1999 Royal Rumble outfit, big winged eagle title, black soft goods shirt. Last sold eBay listing April 5th for $140.
I think that is 100% due to the scarcity of Mr. McMahon figures.
You are 100% correct.
When you don't have a lot, it's this whole supply and demand thing, right?
Yeah.
Don't need to explain it, but that is the price.
Yep. That is a lot of money for a Vince McMahon figure. I'm curious, what is the Elite where he came out with the blue jacket? I'm wondering how much that one goes for.
Yeah, good question, dude. Is that the Toys R Us one?
No,
the short card one?
No, that was the one that was in like just a regular Elite line. Like I can't remember.
Right. Yes. I know which one. The one like 80s Vince, right?
Yep.
Yes. I've got that one hanging up on the wall too, right next to Patterson and Briscoe.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley with the horse head walking stick, red soft goods jacket. He also had a white puffy shirt like in Seinfeld, that type of thing. He had that going on. Last sold eBay listing was March 12th for $22. Roman Reigns in his WrestleMania 32 gear from Dallas came with the WWE Championship. Now, there was none last sold on eBay except one. It was signed and is sold on March 4th for $100.
Wow. Signed with that horrible RR signature.
And it looked like a silver Sharpie. I couldn't tell from the picture.
Ooh, ouch.
But you're right. It was the RR. So $100 for that autographed Roman Reigns Network Spotlight figure. Dean Ambrose Money in the Bank briefcase WWE Championship last sold eBay listing April 2nd for $74.99.
For a Dean Ambrose. How many Dean Ambrose did Mattel pump out during his tenure? And that one is $75?
I don't get it, dude. I mean, it's an okay Dean Ambrose. I mean, it's not bad.
It doesn't even come with Mitch.
No.
Wow.
Like, I'm expecting Dean Ambrose because, you know, he's got AEW figures. You talked about how many Mattels.
Yeah, it'd be the Bailey price, $18.99.
Thinking that same thing. And these were everywhere.
Yeah. Peg warmers, as we used to say.
We should have gotten in the DeLorean, gone back in time, and been like that person that left with all those Death Star popcorn buckets out of Disneyland. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that.
So sorry, I'm going to sidetrack this a little bit, but Disneyland released these popcorn buckets that were what's the circular?
The Death Star.
The Death Star, thank you.
Yeah, and it lights up. It's got the green laser stuff on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they made a popcorn bucket, and what do you figure at the park? They were about $20-$25.
On I would say 30 to 40.
30 to 40. Okay.
It's Disneyland, dude.
People were flipping them for $75 each.
Scumbags.
So there was a guy, somebody took a picture. There was a guy walking out of Disneyland and he had like 7 of them wrapped around his waist, like on his belt. But do you know those big Disneyland shopping bags that are just ginormous?
Yes.
He had, I would have to say, about 5 of those filled with the Death Star popcorn buckets.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, I'll have to send you that.
Flea market Santa.
Flea market.
Because you know where he's going with all those popcorn buckets.
He's going right to eBay, dude, for $75 a pop.
The online flea market, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. So they're about 40, you said? 35, 40?
I would guess 30 to $40, yeah. Those things are expensive. Like during Christmas, they'll do special ones. Okay. And I think those are like 25 or 30. That Death Star has to be in the $30 to $40 range.
Eric and I were looking on eBay and they were about 70, 75. Some got as low as like 64, 63.
I mean, that's cool if that's what you collect. You know, you're going to pay it. Sure, I get it. You know, we collect wrestling figures and we'll pay, you know, these crazy, obviously, secondary market prices. So if that's what you collect, that's what you want. Hey, look, $70 is cheaper than going to the park.
Yep. And last, Undertaker figure reflects his Ministry of Darkness era, 1999, long black hooded robe with last sold eBay listing April 10th for $47.99.
That sounds about right.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
With as many Undertakers that are out there?
Yeah, but not, I mean, you don't have a ton in that look from Mattel.
Touche.
So that's not crazy, like $75 for a Dean Ambrose that looks like a basic that you could have bought at any point. You know what I mean? So $48 for that Taker doesn't seem so bad.
That's a good point. And that rounds out the nostalgia segment and the show. Again, Red Dwarf next Friday. This is it. Last time you'll be hearing me talk about the meetup, but then you're going to hear me talking about how great the meetup was, because I know it's going to be awesome, because I'm excited to see who wins these prizes.
Yes.
And you guys do want to be there for these prizes. So Again, that is April 18th, right after WrestleCon at 1305 Vegas Valley Drive, 89169. Red Dwarf, it's going to be free food. It's going to be free alcohol.
Wait, what?
What?
Free alcohol?
Free alcohol, dude. I'm buying a couple pictures. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay. There's going to be a cutoff, though. It's just not like you're buying like every round for every person. That's insane.
I'm buying a couple rounds. I'm not buying. Okay. Thank you. I will buy a couple rounds of beer for everyone. How about that? Like a couple pictures. How about that?
Okay. That's cool. Now, keep in mind, this is primarily a tiki joint, but I'm sure that they have draft beers you could buy pictures of. Detroit style pizza. So the food and the drink are going to be awesome, but the giveaways are just going to be incredible. We've talked about that a little bit on the show already. You get to hang out with Jeff and I. Michael Canick will be there. Jason Wolf will be there. Ryan Buds will be there doing trivia. He's an awesome dude. So, and plus all your fellow Fig Lifers are going to be there too. So if you can make it, please do. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Dude, trivia on QR codes? That's awesome.
Yeah, so basically they follow a QR code. It'll take them to Ryan's site and they can play on their phone. So last year we had head-to-head, right? It was kind of like drawing names out of a hat. This year's way, way beyond what we did last year. So everybody is going to be able to play at the same exact time. And again, it'll be ranked first through, last, and first gets to choose whatever prize they want and so on.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, if you guys are in the Tennessee area and you listen to the show, check out Ryan Buds. Follow him on Facebook, Ryan Buds. He does Trivia with Buds. Do a Google search, Trivia with Buds. Yeah, definitely follow Ryan Buds. We want to thank him also for doing this. This means a lot to us. I also want to, Steve Fontas from the Positively Pro Wrestling podcast will be there, as well as Rucker and Ray will be with Rucker. They'll be stopping by.
Very cool.
Yes, I can't wait to see them. So yes, we're going to have many, many giveaways. As I said, Brian from the Legendary podcast is going to be having giveaways. Dobro, Steve Hoker, bunch of giveaways. We want you guys to win. We want you guys to just have a good time with all of us. So anyways,
absolutely.
That is Red Dwarf this Friday, April 18th at 3:30 p.m. All right, Scott, this is it.
This is it. We're in the home stretch, dude.
Yep. Time to get ready. Go to Vegas. Are you going to do any gambling?
No. I'm not much of a gambler anymore. I mean, but I might have a few and be like, hey, dude, we should go play craps. And maybe we can go clean up again like we did way back in the day.
Dude, that was awesome.
That was great. It was great. I don't know if we'll be able to relive it, but I don't know, man. I might have a few and get bold.
We were at the table for 3 hours. This time we may be at the table for 13 minutes and that's it. So
yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. Luck changes quickly.
Oh, ain't that the truth, dude?
Yep. Especially at craps.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Anyways. All right, Scott, we are off to Vegas. That's it.
Can't wait. Get ready, liver. I'm about to punish you. If it dies, it dies.
That's awesome. Scott, for the last episode for Vegas and episode 481, anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Fig License 2016 and happy toy hunting.
I want to thank everybody for listening, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the meetup this Friday, August 18th at 3:30 p.m. Hashtag Figlife. Adios.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring, but we don't take it out the box. MOC. Happy toy hunting. We'll see you next week with the OGs of WFP. Fullyposeable, thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. Hashtag Figlife, adios from the Kings.